Impressed by myself. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Silicon Beach, our pitch night in, what is it, May? It is May. Hello, welcome, everyone. We're waiting for some more people joining us, but thank you for making it early and for being on time. It is our fourth pitch night, virtual pitch night in 2022. And we are looking very much forward to an exciting event. My name is David. I am today your MC, which I'm taking over for. It is 2023. Thank you, Mahdi. That helps. That helps. Yes. What happened 2022? It's basically a lost year, wasn't it? There was this COVID thing. Thank you for having my back and fixing my mistakes. My name is David. I am CEO and head of Silicon Beach, Australia. I'm jumping in today as the MC for our regular MCs, Karen and Olga, who will have other things to do today. And so please bear with me and be a little bit gentle. I am not the most routine one, but we will get it done anyway. A little bit about myself. Besides of running Silicon Beach, Australia, I'm also running an innovation agency called Think Innovation, where I help people, startup founders, but also small and medium businesses with design thinking, ideation strategies, innovation strategies, and yeah, all the things that you need to take those ideas about making the world a better place out of your head and implementing them, bringing them to life and making a successful venture out of it. Working closely together with some of the judges that we have here. I'm basically working together with all of the judges closely that we have on board today. And yeah, we're very excited in empowering people to succeed with their startup ideas and their dreams. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that I'm standing on here today. I pay respect to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who might be with us today. Thank you. And a little bit of housekeeping as well. Silicon Beach, our primary mission, our community is now 15 years old already, founded in 2008 in Sydney by some of the first tech founders in Australia. And our mission today is to empower founders. As such, our vision is to create an environment where founders can feel supported, educated, empowered to fulfill their startup vision and values. And in particular, since half a year ago, you might see it on the logo, we align ourselves with the UN United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So we're especially passionate about helping founders that are working towards those goals and making the world a more inclusive and sustainable place for all of us and the environment as well. A little bit of housekeeping. For tonight, it's all about providing a platform for pitchers, first-time pitchers, but also for seasoned pitchers to get the word out, to communicate their ideas, their startup, their dreams with our community, with our 30,000 followers on social media, with investors that are watching the pitches and the recording as well. And yeah, provide that forum to connect with the wider world and find the support and help that you need on your journey to make your startup dreams happen. How we're doing this? We're doing this with 90-second pitches. The whole session will be recorded or is already recorded. So if you're not speaking, we would ask you to mute yourself so you do not disrupt the other pitchers. We encourage you to use the chat to introduce yourself, make friends, tell us a little bit about your startup, especially after you have pitched. Connect to the people. There might be questions from the audience as well, besides the questions asked by the judges. And yeah, use the chat to make the most out of the session. we would love for all the people, we have a full page now, a full screen of lovely people. We would love to take a photo for our and your social media coverage. So if you would switch on your camera for a moment, you can hide away in a bit again. But if you would turn it on for a moment and be prepared to show us your brightest smile, that would be amazing. Let's try this in 3, 2, 1, go. Go. Got it. Screenshot can't be saved. Okay, that's okay. Okay. I might got to have. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone on the call. Thank you, Tom Peterson. We have about 7 registered pictures for tonight. I see that there are some on the call already. If you're a pitcher, we would like you to get in touch with Herman Bobano. He is host. His first name is spelled with a G, so German Bobano, or with Brian, so that we know that you are in the room. And so we can inform you, give you a little bit of a heads up when it's your turn to pitch. Mahdi, I think I saw you already here, did I? Yes, there you are. You will be number 1, so you will be done first. We will let you know about a minute before you get started. Good stuff. Cool. Now, before I introduce the judges, I'm supposed to hand over to myself to make some community announcements. Let's do that. What we're doing here at Silicon Beach for the last 15 years would not be possible without the support of many wonderful people that are helping us running a show like this, like Brian and Herman, who are doing the back-end stuff today, our wonderful and experienced judges, Bria, Eric, and James, who are donating their time to help founders generously, and we appreciate them all very much. And also many people and companies and organizations that are not on the call tonight. Our sponsors, first and foremost, the City of Melbourne is supporting our community, and especially our on-stage live events here in Melbourne that we're running every 3 months. And we're doing that at the venue of our other sponsor, which is Melbourne Connect, great innovation venue in Carlton here in Melbourne that are providing great support for our community. They're giving their ecosystem, opening up their doors and their ecosystem to us and our founders. I would also like to introduce and welcome our newest sponsor on board. Unfortunately, they couldn't join us today, but a big welcome to Empira. Empira is a Melbourne-based startup providing AI API integration platform that is helping small businesses and startups to manage their timelines, their goals, and provide evidence that they can execute on target on time. We know that founders that are using Empira, that they are very well regarded by investors around the world. So we're very excited to have Empira on board. Ash, the founder of Empira, can't be with us today. He is in Denver, where they just opened their US office earlier this week. So, but we're excited to have them with us on the event in June then. Community members, we mentioned our judges on board. They are supporters of the community for a long time, donating time and effort to support our founders. We have many more. We have BGain, we have Legally Yours, CFO Works, Heasley Lawyers. David, are you here with us today? Can't see you. Think Innovation, my own business. And we also have larger organizations like Australian Computer Society, ACS, supporting our community. We have academic partners. Just yesterday, I did a workshop, a pitch training for researchers at Monash University, the Faculty of Information Technology. RMIT's Graduate School for Business and Law is supporting us, as well as Swinburne's Department of Business Technology and Entrepreneurship. So we're very pleased and happy to work closely with universities around Australia and Victoria as well. And our industry partners, Freshworks, Stripe, Airwallex, Canva, Creatella, Grant Help, Founder Suite, Empira, Digital Fingers, Linking Integrating, many. Go to our new website. It's in alpha testing right now, but you can go onto the special pages and the business pages, and you will find more businesses that are happy to support you and all of our founders with their services, often at a discount. Cool. That's enough shout outs for today. For now, I will tell us a little bit more about events after the pitches. But now we come to some of the most important people of the evening, our judges. And we have three really experienced and great people on our judging panel today. And all of them are providing a prize for one of the winners as well. First, I would like to introduce James Spurway. James is serial entrepreneur, mentor, and advisor on many startup communities around the world. After starting 10 of his own businesses over a 20-year period, he has spent the last 12 years investing in a portfolio of startups that now number 44, and he's currently raising capital for his first venture fund. He has been a mentor and judge for several years at startup accelerator programs and demo days run by 500 Global, MassChallenge, and Creatella Impact, and loves being part of the Silicon Beach community. An Australian, James has lived the past 33 years outside of Australia, in Vietnam, Hong Kong, Germany, Switzerland, the UK, the USA. For the past 12 years, he is in Singapore. And yeah, please put your hands together for James. James, please say hi and tell us, what prize did you bring?
I'm so old I can hardly talk. You've got the prize. No, okay. Look, it's what I would call, I call it investor ready. So basically, you show me your deck, your pitch deck, your financial model. You go to market, and we tear that apart, have a look at it, and try and make sure that what investors expect to see that you give them, right? Because getting in the front door is everything, right? Getting them to say, I like this, I want to call this lady, this man, is the hook that you have to get any further. And funding is tight these days, so you got to get yourself ready, right? Don't waste any potential opportunities. So that's what I'll provide for those who, for one or more, who excite tonight.
Awesome, great prize and very valuable. We're working together now for 1 year or something like that, a little bit longer, and you helped already 20 of our startups improving their pitch decks and all of those things. So great work. Thank you, James. Our second judge, Eric Lloyd. Eric is, if I can say that, can I say that? Fresh off the boat, fresh off the plane, just arrived in Australia recently from Germany. Eric is venture development manager, FinLab at FinLab, a fintech venture building company. Did I butcher that well enough, Eric? Eric holds a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Management from the Technical University of Berlin, and has completed a Master's of Science program in Restructuring at Frankfurt School of Finance and Management. During his studies, Eric has simultaneously worked full-time as a CEO Management Associate for FinLab's open banking startup, as a VC analyst, as well as a merchant acquisition strategy consultant. Please put your hands together for Eric. Eric, please say hi and tell us what prize you brought for one of the winners.
Thank you so much for the warm introduction, David. So I have a similar prize as James. So I've seen various pitch decks as a VC analyst, and I've also lined up financing rounds on behalf of the CEO at FinLab. So I'm therefore highly dedicated to provide my value to you guys. So all the best for tonight, and I'm looking forward to meet all of you within the pitch events.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric. And last but not least, our third judge of the night, Priya Mishra from Corporality. Priya does have 25 years of tech and marketing experience. She's COO and co-founder of Australia's rising digital marketing solution star Corporality Global, delivering comprehensive plans and strategies that lead to success from startups to multinationals. That's Priya for you, a highly creative thinker, inspirational public speaker, and a charming representative of self-made success. She's the kind of partner who would walk the talk and help drive your business to success. And I can just confirm that because I have the pleasure to work with Priya for the last 3 months now. And yeah, please put your hands together for Priya, and over to you, Priya.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. And I am wishing you all the best, everyone, whosoever is going to be, or you all are winner, but, you know, will be chosen. And my offer is like, I'm organizing an event in Sydney, and I would like you guys to come and visit. If you are in Sydney, if you're not in Sydney, if there is any chance to come to the Sydney, most welcome. And the winning prize will be the free ticket.
Awesome. And we will be there as well. I will be there
Yes.
all 3 days, and we will have a pitch night there, or pitch evening, we should say it, on the 18th of April. We will have an on-stage event with a panel full of investors judging your pitch. It will be different format than today. First round, 90 seconds pitch with a pitch deck, no, 3 minutes pitch with a pitch deck. The 3 winners go into second round. So it's the next level up and really gets you that big step closer to investment. So if you have time to join us in Sydney on the 18th of April, May, 18th of May.
18th of May.
18th of May. And especially if your startup is aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, any of the 17, please reach out, and we will get you hooked up and send you the registration link. You all also can find it on the website.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity to pitch, so sign up.
Yes, we're excited. And before I forget it, we have one more prize for one of the winners. One of our partners is IdeaSpice, Australia's rising star of ideas sharing platforms. Just made the top 100 after just 1 year in the business, global top 100 of idea sharing platforms. So a lot of eyes are getting on the ideas on that platform. So one of the winners will get a publication co-written, co-authored by me on the IdeaSpice platform to get more attention for your startup as well. Cool. Now we're getting closer to the pitches. So Mahdi, you get ready. Please, 1 more minute. The format of tonight is 90-second pitches, no pitch decks allowed, so don't try to share your screen, it won't work anyway. 90-second extended elevator pitch. What we want to hear from you is, what's the problem? What is your solution? Have you have validation? Do you have traction? Who are you? And what do you want from the community or from the wider startup ecosystem right now to actually get you over that next hurdle? So don't forget your ask at the end. Herman will time the 90 seconds. And Herman, can you give us show us what the signal will be? Sorry, I blindsided you with that one.
Yeah. 1 second. I'll show you. So it will be something like this.
Cool. So we're going to interrupt you a little bit, disturb you, but we are friendly. So we're friendly. I'm not telling you that you can run over, but we are friendly. Cool. Besides of that, after your 90-second pitch, the judges, I will hand over to the judges, and they will ask you questions, get clarifications from you about your business plan, your strategy, stuff like that. We leave that to the judges. And yeah, regarding the prizes, it is not like the winner of the prize is definitely the best pitch of the night. To clarify that, it will be that the judges have an idea who they can help the best with their prize, and that's who is getting the prize. So if you do not get a prize at the end, it doesn't mean that you're worse than any other pitcher pitching tonight. It is just that we want to get the best value for you, and that means that we do not want to give a drowning person more water, right? To say so. Cool. I think I did it. I just ran over by 5 minutes, so that is good. But now it's time for our first pitch of the night. And Mahdi, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Then the floor is all yours. Please go. Your 90 seconds are on.
Great. Universities are facing challenges due to lack of funding. At the same time, one of the biggest issues at universities is students' employability. They're under pressure to improve graduates' employability. These are two of the problems at the university side. On the other side, we look at industries, especially small and medium, they face challenges to recruit the best talents from universities. My name is Mahdi Abolghasemi. I'm a lecturer at the University of Queensland and founder of RaDengage. And I have witnessed these problems myself and interviewed over 100 early career researchers and at the same time students. And I have seen this problem that many I have built a platform, RaDengage, that actually allows universities, industries to create their own page and recruit talents directly from universities. And at the same time, they can their projects, and researchers from universities can work on R&D projects. What I ask tonight is a mentor that can help me to expand my work and introduce me to different universities and faculties who would be keen to use my product.
You did it in 90 seconds. Are you done? Yes,
90 seconds exactly.
Well done. Did you train a lot to get it into 90 seconds?
Not really. This is my first pitch ever.
Your
well,
first
second time officially, but first time for a public audience.
Fabulous. Well done. You nailed it. I had some connection issues. I hope the judges did hear everything well. Over to the judges. Who does have
There
questions?
was a connection issue. We were not able to hear.
That is unfortunate.
Really? Nothing? You didn't hear anything? 90 seconds?
It was very interrupted. I would probably say let's move on to our next pitcher and give you another go later in the evening. See if it goes better.
Okay, sorry for that.
That's not a problem. So, but now we're probably blind signing our next pitcher. I think Brian Herman, who is our next pitcher? Will, I saw Will in the room. Nancy isn't here. Is she here?
No. I think Will is next.
Will, it's you. We
Sure.
didn't give you enough warning this time around. My apologies for that. But are you ready to go, Will?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Let's do it, Will. Go for it. Your 90
Okay.
seconds are on.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Will Khan, and I'm excited to introduce you to a new type of snowboard called Wampa Snowboards, the first mass-produced electric snowboard. We've all seen the electrification of vehicles happen over the past few years. Electric cars, scooters, bikes, skateboards, and other vehicles can be seen more and more throughout the roads and pathways. One product that has not yet been electrified on a significant scale is the snowboard. Wampa Snowboard is going to be the first snowboard to hit the market on a significant scale. The market is wide open right now, but we have to act fast. If we look at the snowmobile industry as a related industry, analysts predict that the market will increase in sales by $300 million by 2028. As such, the snowboard market is also expected to rise significantly. The market is big. There are currently around 8 million snowboarders in the US alone. Right now, you have to live near mountains to enjoy snowboarding and make an arduous journey to get there. With Wampa Snowboards, anyone living near snow-covered farmers' fields, snowy paths, and trails can enjoy the taste of freedom and exhilaration of snowboarding practically in their backyard. Imagine what a game changer that would be. I'm looking for pre-seed funding of $100,000 to produce and market some functional proof of concepts so I can take the business to the next level. I personally just come from an industry making electric surfboards as a director of technology. So I have the right technical expertise and connections in China and the US to pull this together. Now I just need seed funding to make Wampa Snowboards the best in class of battery powered snowboards. Thank you.
Yay! We do not have the applause feature anymore. In the past, we had applause played after the end of the pitch.
Oh.
Well done, Will. Well done, Will.
Thanks.
Good pitch. Judges, James, you're unmuted. You have questions?
Yeah, I'll be quick. Love the idea. Lots of reservation. You know how that is. First of it is, snowboarding is a purist sport, like a lot of sport that kind of like
Sure.
relies on. You don't want everyone to kind of like be snowboarding in a way. It's like I can, you can't. That's my perspective. But anyway, flat snowboarding. What's the trade-off between weight? There's a battery operated mechanism somehow. What's the trade-off between weight and if you're not coordinated? Is having a self-propelled snowboard going to make it any different? If you're still going to fall off if you haven't got balance, right?
Yeah. So basically, the problem that this resolves is to do snowboarding, to learn snowboarding, you have to go to a mountain. This makes it accessible by your backyard. And growing up in Canada, like I did, there's millions of us that would jump on this and learn how to snowboard just in our backyards, literally, rather than making a big journey and climbing out to the mountains. So that's the problem it can solve, and that's the huge market potential I see. But learning to snowboard it, you'd have to learn it one way or another. Yeah.
May I also ask 2 questions? So the first question would be, there are already some e-snowboards out there. So what's the USP that you propagate?
Right. Yeah. So basically, the snowboards you'll find out there are, a lot of them are, built by people in their garage. They're more like interesting projects. The few boards that are kind of out there, they're very clunky and they don't, in my opinion, work in a very efficient manner. One of them out there by a Russian company is 70 kilograms. You imagine hauling something 70 kilograms out of your back of your ute. It's going to be difficult. Other similar boards, they go really incredibly slow, so they're not fun at all. So there isn't anything out there on a significant scale that really I think is market ready and fun. There's just do-it-yourself projects that I could see.
And thank you for the great answer. The second question would be, what do you think is needed to rapidly scale this untapped market?
Oh, great. Well, as I personally just come from the electric surfboard industry, so the major steps ahead of me are to produce some just functional proof of concepts prototypes, to get those prototypes in front of the right people for proper seed investing, to get the next round of investing, and then from that point produce closer to market ready prototypes that look good, perform good, that are more refined and polished. At that point, it's a marketing effort that would be done both organically as well as just through their means, and just get out there. But I'm confident it would take off really well. If I could take myself as an example, growing up in northern Canada and Alberta, me and my mates, if someone had a skidoo or snowmobile that cost $10,000 to $20,000, it was great. We wanted to get out there on the snow. If something like this was available, damn straight we would jump on this right away for just a few $1,000s. And making a trip to the mountains is a big deal. You've got to plan accommodations. It's going to cost money. You've got to get a vehicle lined up, and it's a significant outing. This is something you want to get out there for a few hours, just grab it in your boot, off you go, and the fun is there. That's the key thing. The hook is, once you try this sort of thing, it's very, very exhilarating. If you could imagine surfing over snow, and that's essentially what it is.
Great answer. Thank you for the elaboration.
Priya, do you have a question?
No, no question. I have no expertise in this area.
Fair enough. Will, I was a little bit distracted, but thanks to that, we do not need snow for your snowboard. We can snowboard on many surfaces.
Yeah, there's sand as well, and some people can do it on, you know, a grassy field and things like that. I guess the reason why I focus on snowboard, it's my area of expertise. I've been doing winter sports since I was 10, 12 years old, so I'm very familiar with it, and that's a market I definitely know is out there, and I've just got personal experience growing up there with my community, and you know, but you're right, using this product on sand and other surfaces is certainly possible. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. That there are a lot of we see that snow is becoming a more and more rare commodity, and more people living in warm areas. So we have a lot of those skiing slopes with artificial grass kind of stuff.
Yeah. Just bear in mind here in Australia, especially like in, you know, the big cities, you know, snow sports aren't you know, as popular, things like that. But if you grow up in North America, or even, you know, in near some of the big cities, it's definitely in Canada and a lot of the US, it's a cultural thing. It's equivalent of saying how many people in Australia like cricket and like footy and those sports. It's like, yeah, everyone does it. So it's the same sort of thing, but agreed. In places in Australia, the cultural aspect of it is not as prominent, but for the 8 million people in the US alone, it's big. It's very big. It's huge. Yeah, and probably, you know, Europe and other northern climates as well. Yeah.
Cool, excellent. Well done, Will. You can lean back now. We will.
Thank you.
We will go to our next picture, and I think we're missing Paula. We're missing Jacob as well. So David Garcia. David, you're next. Which of your startups, which of your registrations are you going to pitch?
I'm going to pitch Grape Force.
Grape Force, excellent. And welcome to Australia. You're pitching all the way from California, don't you?
Yeah, I am ready to go.
Cool. Your 90 seconds are on. Go, David.
Today, I want to talk about a big idea. It's an idea that can change the world and transform the way we think about waste in the wine industry. It's an idea that has the potential to make a real difference in promoting healthy living and reducing our carbon footprint. I'm talking about a carbon neutral facility that extracts antioxidants and color from the waste in the wine industry for the use in pharmaceutical and beverage products. Hi, I am David Garcia, and this is Grape Force. Our advanced technology extracts high-quality antioxidants, transforming it into a valuable resource that has the potential to save thousands of lives each year. We're able to cater to wholesalers, manufacturers, allowing them to create unique products that meet the specific needs and preference of their customers. Our team consists of Tom, an expert over 40 years in the wine industry, Jacob, a biochemist, over 20 years of experience, and myself, a graduate student that has dedicated the last 4 years of my graduate program to studying antioxidant recovery from the waste in the wine industry. We are looking for $300 million for 10% equity in our company. Join us in our mission to transform waste into a valuable resource while minimizing our carbon footprint. Thank you.
Awesome. Well done. Congrats to that. What was that ask? $300 million?
Yeah, because we have to build a state-of-the-art facility, and we're trying to be carbon neutral, so we need all these advanced technology equipment.
Okay, I'll leave it to the judges to figure out what they need to know to give you $300 million.
Yeah, I thought that was just a little bit of a pun, tongue-in-cheek, or a rounding error with about 6 zeros. So 300 million free revenue for a great idea that's going to change the world. Might be a bit of a tough ask in this environment, but you never know. Listen, just backing up, David, it's to do with converting grape waste of different products into something else, recycling it. And the USP is it somehow it's at a nano level, like you're talking about, it does something different to how we have in the market now in terms of different ways of recycling other sorts of waste. I can't imagine why it has to be specific to grape waste as opposed to other food chain waste.
Yeah, so this is very like a niche market. We're only going to target the winery waste since I am a winery major. So we're only going to try to target that business sector.
Okay.
You no more questions, James? You're good? Priya, you have questions.
So you are on the pre-seed location estate, right? You are still working on that idea?
Actually, I have a couple of locations. One right here where I come to school at in Fresno County. It's pretty cheap. If not, we're back when our parents' home. There's another region, wine region that produces a lot of winery waste, and there's another location that I have in mind.
Right. So I'm just talking about your idea is already implemented.
We're in the pre-seed phase, so we're just trying to get funding to actually get this project going. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, like James said, it's a tough ask at the pre-seed one. Okay. No more questions.
Eric.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe one question: what type of waste are you trying to leverage? So I think I do not really have the idea what the product is actually solving. Can you elaborate a little bit on that, please?
Yeah. So the waste that we're actually gonna recover is like the grape pumice. So after like they make the grapes, it goes into a thing and it's like leftover. It kind of looks like mud. So you process that for all these valuable antioxidants. And also the in the vineyard too, like, you know, at the end of the harvest, they go down the machines and they cut the pieces of wood. There's valuable antioxidants that these big pharmaceutical companies are looking for more organic sources. So we're processing all of that for the organic sources, specifically polyphenols. And our end product is just going to be, like I said, we're going to be like a wholesale manufacturer. So we're going to have all these organic sources of antioxidants, and we're going to sell them to other wholesalers or make custom blends for small private individuals.
Okay, thank you for the snapshot.
Now that's an interesting market. So what do your investors get for 300 million? What's their return on investment?
So the return on investment is probably going to take like 5 or 6 years to actually get it going. But after 5 or 6 years, we do see turning a profit, maybe like 10% in the 5th year. But the first startup year is going to be pretty in the red.
Okay. We actually do have a startup here that's already into scale-up phase. Rod Lewis Extractor. I will share the links with you. They have the technology that very similar. They're not targeting the waste that is left over from food processing. They are targeting basically all the food that is not making it through quality assurance for the supermarkets, and are extracting the nutritions and all the content by processing that. I will get you in touch. That might be an interesting person to talk to. Cool. With that said, we have one more picture, I think, before we go back to Mahdi, and we have some openings. So if anyone's here on the call who wants to pitch spontaneously towards the end, we might have 1 or 2 spots available. So please reach out to Brian or Herman if you would be interested in pitching later on as well. And now we're going to, who is next? I lost my template. Galo, you are on.
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you, David.
Okay, your 90 seconds. Go for it.
Yeah, thank you. Latin America is facing a silent pandemic, and it's not COVID-19. It's type 2 diabetes, a metabolic disease that affects 100 million of people in the region. Doesn't matter how hard people try to exercise or eat better, the expensive medication starts piling on and the blood sugars continues rising. It's like putting tape in a broken pipeline. That's why we are building Sendero, an online clinic specialized in reverse type 2 diabetes using nutritional ketosis without counting calories, medical procedures, or pills. Nutritional ketosis is the only method that doesn't require a medical procedure able to reverse type 2 diabetes. Additionally, by using technology, we can offer continuous remote medical care through WhatsApp API, guiding the patient in real time through all the treatment. We have a monthly plan subscription model, and we plan to start with a business-to-consumer approach to gain traction, and then offer our service to insurers, private and public organizations. The team is conformed for 4 keto enthusiasts, Taimara, a nutritionist who reverses her pre-diabetes, Adrian, a full-stack developer with 10 years of experience, Antonio, an endocrinologist and medical researcher specialized in diabetes, and myself, a marketing engineer with 5+ years of experience helping business to scale. We are Sendero, and our mission is to improve the metabolic health of Latin Americans. We are looking for feedback and mentors. We'll be raising money in Q2 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Galo. Well done. Congrats.
Thank you.
James, you're very
Yeah.
fast on the trigger today, so go.
Yeah, look, hi, Galo. I think I understood it. I've been doing some health tech investing in the last 10 years. I've seen a few ideas come around that sound similar, but what would you say is your USP compared to anything else on the market? Because I've seen handheld diabetes checkers. Is there a hardware component or a software component? What's the USP that you managed to create that doesn't exist already?
I think it's the mix between the WhatsApp API that help you, the people in Latin America. You know, WhatsApp being the market penetration of WhatsApp in Latam is 70% of population, so it's huge. So that's with nutritional ketosis, I can reverse type 2 diabetes. The traditional the traditional treatment of diabetes is with insulin or metmorphin, and it's only help to control diabetes. But with nutritional ketosis, you could reverse diabetes.
Okay, so I was wrong. You're not trying to test people for diabetes. The WhatsApp platform is more of an education, or of a kind of a sort of a program that you walk them through.
Is the API WhatsApp is gonna help me to provide a real-time healthcare with the patient, so I can sure to guide the patient through all the treatment. So a type 2 diabetes person has to take a blood test all the days to measure the blood. So if I can guide the patient through all the treatment, I can say, okay, right now your sugar in blood is lower, so it's fine. You decrease your metmorphin, or you I forget the name. Well, like your metmorphin in, I don't know, like 5 milligrams. You know, so that's the thing.
Okay, thank you. And I think because of the WhatsApp, you're probably talking about a price or a cost differential compared to maybe existing legacy medical operators or larger operators, where it's accessible from a cost point of view to the people in Latin America compared to, let's say, what people in America, or like North America, would have to pay. So there's a cost advantage as well, is there?
Yeah, it's a lot of cheaper. Is because right now I have a benchmark that is Virta, is a startup, a unicorn that is doing something pretty similar in US with a lot of with awesome results. So it's like adapting what is Virta doing in USA into Latin American region, like with lower costs, using WhatsApp, and that's the idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ria, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I thank you for the great idea. It's always good to have health tech companies out there helping to people leveraging their vitality. My question would be, as you're handling sensitive data, and each and every country has its own kind of data sovereignty, how do you ensure that you meet the policies when it's coming to of processing the data? Have you there kind of a data strategy in mind? Also, if it's coming to data monetization?
I didn't think about like data monetization, but the regulation in Latam with data is not as heavy as other countries, you know, other regions. I think there is an investigation about it that said that Latin Americans prefer to give your data, but they want that someone solve their problems, you know, so it doesn't have merit to share data in Latin America. There's not too much regulation in that area about data, that's kind of stuff.
Thank you for the answer. And the second question is, what is your type of business model? So similar what James was asking, is it a SaaS per month, per API call? What had you in mind?
Yes, like my business model is to offer like monthly plan subscriptions, you know, and the people can subscribe. And the idea is to offer plans that I gonna help you through all the treatment. I gonna guide your treatment through WhatsApp API, you know. So an example, you are eating today the breakfast, so you have to take an sample about your sugar, and you put your results in the API of WhatsApp, and the API WhatsApp send a message to one of our doctors and say like, look, I don't know, like Jose, blood sugar is in that level, so the doctor can say Jose, like, I don't know, like, you have to lower your medication, what are you eating, so or you know, sometimes like the patients have a lot of doubts about what is keto, what is a carbohydrate, or what is a protein. Some people doesn't know about it, so you can guide the people about how to eat, you know, and that's the idea.
Thank you, I highly appreciate it.
Thank you for that, Galo. Bria, do you have a quick one?
No. So what's your ask? What's your ask today?
Right now, I want feedback. I'm looking for mentors because we'll be raising money in Q2 2024. Right now, we are validating the idea. You know,
Do you have app ready, or is just an idea phase?
No, I don't have the API, but I have an MVP. An MVP. We are working with right now like around 6 people with nutritional ketosis and this treatment, and using WhatsApp, you know. And we are maybe we're gonna run a pilot with a company, with a pharmaceutical company back in Ecuador, in Latin America. So to start validating the idea, have some traction. Our plan is the next year enter to Endeavor or any accelerator, and in Q2 of 2024, with some traction on some patients, we start to raising money.
Galo, I have to cut you short here. Sorry, Bria. Galo, we have to cut you short here. We exceeded your 5 minutes, and we have some more pictures. So we go back to Mahdi next, and then I think Eric, you're still happy to give it a go tonight as well?
Yes, I can elaborate on my idea.
Okay, so then we have 4 more pictures. Mahdi is next, then we have Eric, because he does have to leave a little bit earlier. And we have Fagner, is it Fagner? And Alan pitching afterwards. Mahdi, you're on, give it a go.
Thank you. I changed my network. Is it better now?
Sounds better, give it a go, all yours.
Okay, yeah, let's give it a go, great. Students' employability is a big issue and concern for universities. Universities are constantly looking for ways to improve their graduates' employability. At the same time, universities are under pressure to increase their collaboration with industries and do impactful research and attract fundings to universities due to the lack of funding problems that they have. These are only two of the problems from university sides. On the other side, when we look at industries, especially small and medium enterprises, they do lack human resource capabilities to do R&D activities and face a lot of challenges to recruit the best talents from universities. My name is Mahdi. I'm a lecturer in data science and business analytics, and I have been in this space for all my life. And I have interviewed over 100 students and early career researchers to know what is the exact problems that they face. I'm a founder of RaDengage, and RaDengage, we have built a platform that allows SMEs to create their own platform, share their projects, and share their projects for research projects for researchers at university, and also recruit the talents from university pages directly. What I'm asking for tonight is a mentor who can help me to expand my idea and also warm introduction to different universities. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, Mahdi. Great work. Over to the judges. And we could hear you perfectly this time. Well done.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Yeah, Mahdi.
Well, let's start with Priya, James, for once.
Yeah.
Let's do ladies first.
Mahdi, so you're ready with the product now or to launch, or what's the state right now?
Yeah, product is almost ready to launch. We have built, we are just polishing, testing with my colleagues, a few things to sort out, but it is ready to launch almost.
And you have no subscriber yet?
No official subscribers outside, only in my personal network to just test the product.
Right. And what's your ask today?
I'm looking for a mentor to help me out throughout the process to expand it, and also looking for a warm introduction to different universities, starting from Australia.
Okay. Where are you from?
Brisbane.
Okay. That's it from me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think at this time, David is the perfect guy who can guide you through your trajectory. So that's why I don't want to use too many words and directly hand over to him.
We'll definitely be in touch, Mahdi, but first, James, what do you have to say?
No, I was just trying to figure out, Mahdi, do you see this as being for across all industry sectors and all kind of disciplines within universities, or is there some sort of a sweet spot, like a bridgehead that you'd say, we definitely know this better and have better connections in industry for kind of these solutions to start with? So you're going to go broad, or you're going to go narrow?
Yeah, we are thinking about STEM fields at the moment: science, technology, engineering, management. That's where a lot of short-term research contracts and a lot of internship opportunities do exist for students and for researchers. We haven't really thought about the broader aspects into arts and other fields, but that's the spot that I see a demand.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, no, Eric is right. David's got this one for sure.
Cool. We'll definitely be in touch. Yeah, I see a lot of similarities in there and synergies that we can leverage on.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. So that's the official part of the pitches that pre-registered. Eric mentioned to me a while ago that he might have something to pitch as well, and we have two impromptus coming up too. So we will make this a little bit shorter, keep the comments a little bit shorter as well, but everyone does have a chance to pitch. So Eric, if you're ready, the next 90 seconds are yours.
Thank you, David. So my defense, it's a 1 week old idea, and I'm just progressing with my website. So let me introduce to you VinciWise, a charity auction platform that bridges the gap between business innovation and those who need them. Our vision is to democratize business innovation and philanthropy by bringing them together on a global scale. So we believe that business innovation can drive progress and make a positive impact on society. And that's why we have created VinciWise, an ecosystem that brings fresh solutions to life, validated by luminaries we admire. So how does the process look like in a nutshell? It's quite easy. Our platform publishes Luminary's game-changing assets. This could be business ideas, such as, for instance, a payment categorization engine, business materials, such as financial models, marketing, walkthroughs, or even artifacts like tickets for online events. Seekers can then bid on these temporarily limited assets, and 50 to 70% of the auction proceeds are then donated to charity. At VinciWise, we are committed to certifying these ideas on smart contracts, ensuring that they are protected for all time. So join us on our mission to create a better working world where innovation and philanthropy come together to drive progress and innovation for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Well done for 1 week old. That is quite impressive. We do not have your website URL. So if you would put that in the chat later on, that would be great. Ria, do you have a question for Eric?
Yes, I do. So is it almost ready? Which state we are in, Eric?
So currently I'm in this kind of validation phase. I have some luminaries that are willing to provide their assets. So there is a serial entrepreneur that has some resources that he's providing. So basically that is also how the cash flow would then be generated. The threshold of the auction item will reach the price mounted on his website. And of course we have to do, because the auction process is a technical thingy that I still need to elaborate on. I need to choose the right technology here. But yeah, this is where I am right now. I need to have some technical issues here that I first need to code on my own.
And what's your ask today? Sorry.
My ask is to validate the idea. Have I missed any loopholes or bottlenecks that I should to consider? How could we scale the idea or enhance it?
Sure.
James, how about you?
Eric, as you were saying this, the ideas were coming to my mind were similar to the world didn't know anything about NFTs until NFTs were created, right? All of a sudden, everyone thought, that's a crazy idea. Then everyone thought, that's a great idea. Then everyone thought, oh my God, it's too late. I've missed out. And sort of, this FOMO took off, and then we had all the catastrophe. But you're talking about valuable assets that don't lend themselves to digitization because they're physical, or there's something unique about them that you couldn't call it an NFT and use NFT rails that exist.
Maybe, so the NFT or smart contract is more a certificate. So just imagine Elon Musk is providing an idea on our platform, just to keep it simple to illustrate the idea. Then we kind of put this transaction, this auction on a blockchain. So if later on the idea becomes a unicorn, everyone can see in eternity that this idea is coming from this luminary named Elon Musk. So this is basically when we're going to create this NFT. It does not make sense to create an NFT for repeatable items like, I don't know, financial model, right? This can be replicated thousands of times. So there's no purpose to do that. Of course, we can create the certification, but it has a different kind of purpose.
Yeah, okay. So it's really more of the gifting charity legacy aspect that
exactly
at the moment isn't captured, other than in Musk's case, him telling the world on Twitter how good he is and what he's done. But I mean, you're talking about creating something for the next generation who goes and says, well, who the hell was he anyway? Like, oh, this is this guy that did this.
Exactly, so sort of that. I mean, in the end, it's very simple. A lot of people that have great track record in their past can create value by simply putting a signature on a t-shirt, and they could provide it to us, and we can help other people that are in need. And of course, we also need a small percentage of the transaction in order to pay the domain, in order to pay ourselves. But this is basically the idea. We want to foster the social capitalism, sorry.
Cool.
Social enterprise ideas are always good, but we can have a discussion on that later. It's a great idea to explore.
Thank you.
Thank you. I say thank you out of a certain reason, but we have to cut it short here, Eric, because you have to leave early. That's still the case?
Yes, so I have to leave in 15 minutes approximately.
Okay, then for Fagner, are you here? Wanna show us a face? You
Sorry.
fabulous. Your 90 seconds, go for it.
All right, I would like to thank the judges for the opportunity and introduce you to Meritorious. Software engineering management, AGR, is all about fads and personal experience. Managers don't have the time to do research and influence their teams using science, so organizations need to hire more managers with different experience levels in each area. We believe everyone deserves to thrive in the organization, not be dependent on the skills of their manager. That's where we come in. Our team of 3 co-founders with above market experience in software engineering have spent more than 15 years researching and developing scalable management practices that can be applied to any organization, regardless of size of the industry. Our methods revolutionize tech management, leading to happier, more successful employees and more sustainable revenue. Meritorious is a better way to attract, develop, and retain talent. We offer both software as a service for accurate technical hiring, not hacker rank, and competency modeling, job description building, promotion appraisal, and consulting solutions to meet your unique needs. We can build this solution without investment, a smaller scale, but with your support, we can bring Meritorious to the market much faster. Sure, there's competition, but we've tried them all and they don't work. Our unique approach set us apart. Our experienced and dedicated team knows how to build strong teams and create exceptional products. We've proven our ability at companies like MYB, Zero, and Service South Wales, and we have connections to talented professionals eager to join us. Some of them want to work with us just by equity, no salary. So what we're asking, we can build it iteratively. Ideally, we would need 1 team of engineers and 1 team of coaches plus sales team. That's an operating budget of 5 million a year, but we can be lean and start small. We're tired of bad management. It's time for action, and Meritorious is the answer.
Well done. You're not pitching for the first time?
It is my first pitch.
Well done. Well done. So we speed the process up a little bit. Just 2 minutes for quick Q&A. So 1 question probably. Who is first?
Go, Priya.
For me, I'm just it's still not clear what is your ask, Fagner?
So my ask is dependent on negotiation because we can build with a smaller scale and iteratively evolve with more money. So basically, it's the more money we can put into this, the faster and more scalable the.
So you're asking for the fund?
For the fund, yeah, and
Okay.
and feedback, of course.
All right. Okay, that's it for me.
How much is the minimum that you're asking for?
3 teams operating budget would be 5 to 7 million a year. Yeah, that's basically what actually is if you go to companies that have operating budget for engineering team, sales, and coaching.
Okay. And you're asking for 5 to 7 million?
Potentially. Again, it's on the table, and we can start on 6 months and not with a reduced team. Just going to take longer for you're going to have less return, I would say.
Okay. Cool.
So you've released an MVP and people are using it, or you're talking about you have to build it and deliver it?
So we're doing service right now, and we have proven all this doing service space like spreadsheets and stuff like that in companies, and have the team is really going crazy. Like at MYB, my team was the best on the company, my tenure, 10x, the team by applying these practices. And we have Service South Wales also that I did some coaching there. So I apply those things. It's just that in order to scale, we need to have engineers, otherwise I'll take like my whole lifetime or I don't know, 5-10 years to build this by myself.
Yeah, understood.
It's gonna take longer.
Awesome. Well done. Lean back and relax, Fagner. And
all right, thank you.
Our last one, Aran.
Hello.
You are. Your 90 seconds. Go for it, my friend.
All right. So when I was 16, I was in a 7-Eleven needing a power bank, but I carried my card on my phone. So my phone was flat and I needed my money. So I was thinking, how do I pay when I got my card on my phone and I don't have it? And I looked at my hands. I was thinking, why can't I pay with my biometrics? I already used my biometrics to unlock my phone. So why can't I use it to authenticate a transaction? Fast forward 6 years later, I'm now 22 years old and I'm founding Vena Pay. Our goal is to bring ethical biometrics to Australia so that you can use your fingers to pay and never have your wallet without you. You will never lose it. You will never forget your wallet. It will always be with you. We are here to ensure that biometrics lead the way in Australia ethically and sustainably. In terms of our market reach, right now we have 50 enrolled biometrics already. People are intrigued by the technology and are keen to see where it goes. The biometric space is set to grow exponentially in the coming years. In terms of competitors, we are currently only against one competitor, which is Amazon One's payment system. This opportunity is currently an open space to be capitalized on. So let's make looking in our pockets a thing of the past and keep our wallets always with us.
Well done. What do you need?
So, that's right. So we're currently looking for pre-seed funding. We're looking to raise around $200,000 to develop our back-end processing system and to get into small retail stores to get the ball rolling there. So we've already spoken with small businesses who would be interested in using our services to tie into their own loyalty programs and to streamline customer transactions.
Cool. Love it. Questions? Priya?
Have you done any prototype already, Aran?
I'm glad you asked. So right here is so we have a partnership with a biometrics provider, and we are currently using their technology for our enrollments. However, we do want to move into looking into our own contactless device once we get to about 5,000 users.
Okay. And that will be manufactured where?
So these are manufactured currently in Japan, and they are shipped over to us.
Right. And how does that data collection happens?
So we take an enrollment. So we enroll our users at the moment, and we are currently looking to build a front-end application, which will link your biometrics to an app where you can see your reward points and stores and anyone who currently uses our functionalities. So once we start rolling out, you'll be able to see where you can use our features on an app, and then go and pay with a finger, and it's a very streamlined process then.
For that, you have to be connected with all the bank.
So you would register your payment system with your payment card with your account when you sign up. And Alexander, no, we do not have any touch points in Europe, but I'm definitely open to it.
That's it.
Yeah, look, quickly, that's what I was going to ask. It's a two-sided marketplace. I mean, I can understand why we as users would want this, but unless the places we want to use it in, right, play ball, get on side, it kind of doesn't go anywhere. And for them, I guess it's all about security and cost. If they have to buy or lease a biometric reader as opposed to tap and pay, then what's that cost? Is a transaction for the rails like Visa and MasterCard higher because there's risk? Is insurance higher because of whatever? I guess there's a lot of other little questions that kind of present themselves as staged barriers to get across the line to like mass adoption. But you got to start somewhere. And the idea is not new, but it's good to see the way you're using it slightly different. And of course, in Australia, it's an open market.
Thank you, James. I do appreciate that.
And that's it.
No, go for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Aran. I am excited, and I'm pretty sure that there is a solution to actually, with the next rollout of the card reader, that there is a biometric sensor in there as well. So transition can be quite easy, I think. But
just last question, where are you located, Aran?
I'm located in Melbourne. So I'm currently a business student at Swinburne University, and this has been a passion of mine for the last few years since I've had that experience.
Sure.
Excellent. Are you studying with Rick?
Yes, I am studying with Rick. Rick was the one who told me to come to this session.
Excellent.
So it's crazy how that kind of just come full circle.
Of course, that's what we're here for. We're very excited of getting closer relationships with universities to get more students into the startup ecosystem. Thank you for pitching. Thank you for all the registered pitches. Thank you for the impromptu ones. What happens next is we will send you who are still here into 1 or 2 breakout rooms. You can mingle a little bit. The judges will go into a separate room. We will be back in 10, 12 minutes and announce our winners. Come on, are we ready to break out?
Give me 2 seconds, please. I'll doing that.
2 seconds. I will just bridge the time. Brian, don't be silly, not more than average. If you're interested in student and researchers entrepreneurship, our pitch night with Monash University at the Clayton campus is on at the Thursday next week, 11th of May, 5:30 p.m. So if you have time to join and just listen to some first-time pitches of smart people doing incredible research at Monash University, please go to our website, siliconbeach.org.au, and get your ticket registered today, because we have to close registrations for this event tomorrow. Would be great to see you there. Great.
Is it online or face to face?
It's face-to-face at the Clayton campus. 5 p.m. on Thursday next week.
Okay, we're
And
ready.
We're ready, so let's do it. Come on. Hello, Herman. We are ready to get the people back in here.
All right, I'll close the breakout rooms now.
Thank you. Normally it takes, when we say we close the breakout rooms, there is normally a 60-second timer. So that's why we do not have to be too excited straight away.
Okay, I was gonna let them know. There you go.
There we go. All breakouts room close in 60 minutes. Okay. So let me put the column in here with prices. That makes much more sense. We have Mahdi is Eric's price. We have Galo is James. With Wagner is Brian. Hello, everyone. We're waiting another 26 seconds for everyone else to come back as well. But we are golden today. We are finishing on time, which I'm quite happy. The last two sessions we were running a little bit over, but I think we got it sorted quite well today. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Do we have everyone back? 16 people are still coming back. By the way, Alexander, good seeing you. It has been a while.
Yeah, and it's actually I'm preparing something. I have more time now to join because I'm not working for a company full-time anymore. So I can make time whenever I need it. And I also have an idea that I might pitch in the next pitch night.
Awesome, looking forward to it. We should catch up for a chat sometime, probably in two weeks time or something like that, when things are getting a little bit quieter here again.
Yeah, a virtual coffee break.
Where are you? You're in Vietnam at the moment?
I'm back in Germany now, and I will stay in Europe for a while. So yeah, I also texted Aran for that, because if there are any topics where you are like, oh, we want to test something with the university here. I'm in Frankfurt in Germany, but I'm mobile and quite networking active. So yeah, if there's any need for a touch point here, just contact me.
I greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'll add you on whatever your preferred social is after.
Yeah, LinkedIn is fine. I can put my link in the chat also.
Great stuff. So you see, talk to people. There are always opportunities to collaborate and leverage each other's networks and connections. So please use your networks, make friends, and make magic happen. Talking about magic, we figured out who we want to give prizes. We had to say goodbye to Eric. He does have another appointment coming up. But I will hand over first to James to announce who he wants to help with pitch deck and fundraising. Can't hear you, James.
My apologies. Muted. Very muted. I don't normally talk so softly. Look, again, every time we have this competition, I sort of have to try and grab myself and go, if I was in your position, I would have been stuttering and stammering and umming and ahhing and probably breaking out in a profuse sweat, because pitching is a absolute nightmare, especially in public, but it's bad enough online. So, again, congratulations everyone who pitched. It isn't easy. I don't care whether you've done it once or 1,000 times. In my case, a few hundred. It's still the same. It is not comfortable, but that's the life of an entrepreneur. That's the life of a startup founder. I just think in terms of your stage of where you are, Galo, I can help you probably more than most of the others, because you don't have this fundraising clock ticking down where if you don't get money in the next month or two, it could be like lights out. That's pressure that I don't like. And I just think I can probably work my magic with you a bit easier because of the fact that you're not yet there, and you're not yet wanting to fundraise. So I'd give my prize to Galo.
Thank you, James. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well done, Galo. Congrats to that. If you hook up via LinkedIn, that would be a fabulous exchange contact details. That would be really awesome. Priya, over to you.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for pitching and the people who are listening for great support to the pitches as well. My offer was actually to invite on the at the event, and I'm assuming none of the pitches are here actually. So I mean, I have still that price open to get the ticket. If you are open for, my price goes to Fagner Brack. So if he is interested to come to the Sydney, he's most welcome to join the event. At the same time, if he can't, then we are starting our corporality club where you will be meeting a lot of entrepreneurs and all, and you never know, you will be able to raise your $5 to $7 million there.
Awesome. Congrats, Fagner. Well done. And we see it pays off to just be bold and raise your hand when you have the opportunity to pitch and get the word out there. Okay, over to me. I will first announce Eric's prize, who he wants to help with getting pitch deck sorted and help with fundraising. And then I will announce the IdeaSpice prize. But before then, I would like to thank all the pitchers who registered, came to our platform and took a leap of faith to get out there and pitch. I would also invite everyone here on the call to join our new online experience, siliconbeach.org.au, create your profile there. It is in alpha testing right now. We're working on the platform, but the idea is that we create an online startup learning and venture building experience that is accessible for everyone, everywhere, anytime. So basically, I think of your accelerator that you can do from home and where you can get help, like from the judges today, anytime when you need it and where you need it on your journey. So yeah, join us there and give us feedback. There are a lot of bugs. The more people are testing it, the faster we get rid of the bugs. Thank you for our guests from far away. Thank you, David, for coming along from California and for being bold and ask for 300 million. We had a chat about that, and we think you should probably aim a little bit lower to get started with and go for the stars later, but that's up to you. But you are most welcome to come back anytime and pitch again. Any of the pitchers is welcome to come back as often as you want. Now, I said we're finishing on time, and now it's 1 minute left. So Eric's prize, helping to get the pitch deck sorted, financial model right, business model right, goes to Mahdi. Mahdi, congrats to you. I will get you in touch with Eric, and he will help you. Awesome. And I'm pretty sure that we will have a conversation soon as well. Eric and I were working closely together with Monash University too. And the IdeaSpice prize, getting the word out to a global audience about great technology and great ideas. I think that is well deserved that Aran is getting that prize, post on IdeaSpice, because yes, why not? Why should I need my phone to pay with my finger or my face? Cool. Congrats, Aran, to that, and thank you for coming along and pitching.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. You're
most welcome. So this is a wrap for today. We are back online in 4 weeks. It's the 1st of June. The pitch registration is open already. If you have friends you want to come back, or you have friends that you recommend to come here, share the link. It's all in the event section of our website. Hope to see you all there. And for the rest of this week, I wish you a wonderful evening and enjoy, have fun, be awesome.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye for now.
And Herman, thanks. You did a great job, dude. That was a great first go.
Thanks for that, Brian.
I know I gave you a bit of shit for the 2 seconds thing, but I was just being funny. You did a great job.
That's okay. Thank you, guys.
You did a great job. So you're most welcome to come back and do it again.
Yeah, we'll chat. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you have a good one too.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Herman. You doing